SharkyBreath.
He plays video games.
Hello and welcome back to Disco Elysium. Okay, so first things first, I'm gonna go drop by the bookstore and talk to Annette. If I fail that check, I'm gonna just deal with it. I'm not gonna spend another skill point on it because I have one skill point. Yes, I'm close to two, but I have one, and I'm nervous. It's nearly the end of the game and I have nothing, so I'm nervous about it. So that's the plan. But then after that, we're going to the apartment complex and we're gonna check things out. So let's get going. Right. See, I should need to get my suggestion clothing on, which is to say I need to put on this one jacket. There we go. And I don't have anything hurting my suggestion right now. That is true. Good. Okay. Okay. So what was it that was going on with Annette anyway? Because I only sort of remember. You don't have your schoolwork anymore. Is it because it's a Sunday? It's day 7, so it's Sunday. Does it actually keep track of that? Is that why you're not working on your schoolwork? I mean, you're here all day, every day. You're not going to school anyway. I don't know. Hello, Annette.
Hi, Ace Detective. Are you here for more books?
What are you missing here? Why does this feel familiar? Okay, so we're at a 72% chance. That's not bad. So hopefully my luck so far doesn't catch up to me.
Because you know each other. She's been talking to you so openly because you've talked before.
Oh. Oh. That makes sense, I guess. It's just stuff that I don't remember. Hang on. So you know me. We've met before. On second thought, maybe I shouldn't remember. Maybe there's a reason I forgot. She probably doesn't know that I'm having the memory problems right now. Let's go ahead and pursue it, I guess. A little bit of an awkward opener for a conversation.
Yes, I used to stand out there all the time before Mother told me to focus on my homework.
But I did that. I talked to your mom and she brought you inside to work on your homework. I guess that's my fault. Sorry, Annette. I don't know. Continue.
You've been running around all week without your shirt on, sir, apologizing to everyone. I don't really understand what you've done wrong.
Without my shirt on? Wait a second. This must be the Bender weekend, I assume. But like, apologizing to everyone. Okay, did I ever talk to you?
Of course, you've stopped by a few times. You certainly look better than the last time I saw you.
She looks at you intently. I doubt that. What do you mean better? I look like shit. Thanks, I'm trying. I am trying. I'm trying.
Yeah, I can see. You don't have party eyes anymore.
Party eyes. I've never heard it described that way, but yeah, I know what you mean. Continue.
Party eyes. Yes, of course. That makes sense.
The lieutenant slowly, ever so slowly, realizes something. Party eyes?
You know, like a cat in the dark, all big and wide-eyed. It certainly looks odd on a man.
So my pupils were, were dilated then. Because I was on drugs. She giggles at the thought. Anyway, continue.
The swiveling eyes of a loony drug addict. That is what she meant. You were probably gurning too.
It does seem likely. That seems to come up a lot in my particular life recently. Continue.
Good thing she didn't say party eyes loud. Her mother's nearby.
I mean, I guess that's fair. Continue.
Fuck yeah. You should get some party eyes right now. Snap those sequins on you, boy.
Snap those sequins on you. Does that mean I've been partaking in narcotics? The girl doesn't know what she's talking about. Forget about this. I have been partaking in narcotics, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, baby. That's not what you have to worry about. Worry about the important thing.
The important... Oh, you mean getting myself some party eyes. Sure. So why didn't you tell me you knew me to begin with? Thanks. I've learned something about myself today. Conclude. Start there, I guess.
I didn't know I had to do that.
She looks puzzled. I don't really like this detective deduction game anymore. Thanks, I've learned something about myself today. I'm going to go with the thanks. She didn't ask for this. I have thrust it upon her.
I'm glad I could help you, sir.
She smiles a wide, helpful smile. Okay, bye. See you around, Annette. Cool. All right. All week, she says. Now, admittedly, it's been a week since I first re-met Annette. So probably she's talking about the previous week, but I thought I showed up on Friday. Then again, if I was here for 3 days on a bender, perhaps that's just enough where she considers it all week? I'm not sure. Did I get a... I did get a skill point out of that. Just barely. Cool. Well, good. Great, I suppose. All right. Well, that business is taken care of. Let's get out of this ridiculous coat and back into my Skulkin coat. And let's go check out the apartment complex, because turns out we got a reason to do that. In fact, I may even have the... Whoops, this is the wrong way. I may even have the same conversation with her about number 10 now that Kim's here, just so he knows what's going on. I know with the way the game functions, Kim doesn't need to be in the loop. He'll just follow my lead. But you know what I mean. I just want to see what he has to say on the matter. Door. Yes, door. Hello, cleaning lady. How are you?
Give me a moment.
I got a few questions about those apartments.
Ask away, policeman.
I cannot ask about number 10 again, but that's okay. Kim's probably been filled in. Maybe he just had a look at my task list somehow. He's probably on top of these things. Do you know who lived in the foreclosed apartment?
The hell am I supposed to know? Another nut job, I assume.
The cleaning lady shrugs, her mouth puckered like a dried fig. I don't know. You seem to know a lot about everybody who's here, but I guess it's before your time, maybe, or you just don't care that much. Oh, that's fine. Why is there a hole in the wall in the abandoned apartment?
Some lunatic lost his mind. All kinds of morons pass through these halls.
Hopefully it wasn't me. Continue.
With how small these rooms are, wouldn't you want to break the wall down?
We're just expressing sympathy or empathy, I guess, for the person who did that. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. This particular disaster wasn't me. Tell me about the man who lives at the end of the hallway, Uno de Reuter.
I don't want to talk about De Waiters.
De Waiters. Apparently I don't know how to pronounce things. De Waiters. Okay. The cleaning lady mutters. She starts digging for something in her pockets. Why not?
Addicts. All of them. And sometimes I hear them screaming.
She winces.
They don't like me cleaning behind their door. Think I'm listening in on their fights.
It kind of seems like maybe you are.
It was dirtier there. After the janitor's closet. She avoids the end of the hallway.
So she wasn't. Or at least they called her out on it, and whether or not she was, she doesn't go over there now. Makes sense, honestly. That would be unpleasant. An unpleasant confrontation. Continue.
We saw unpaid utility bills. Aren't they going to be evicted?
Continue.
No one likes them in this building. It's only because of the kids they haven't been thrown out.
Kuno. Continue.
I don't like talking about those people.
She looks down the hallway. Okay, sure. Understood. So what can you tell me about Cindy? I'm sure you'll love talking about her.
The artiste? Nothing I can do about her, I'm afraid. She ruins the walls faster than I can clean them. Still...
She scoffs and then leans on her broom. Continue.
She leaves an old lady to her business. More than I can say for others.
Is that directed at me? Is it because I'm bothering you? I'm sorry. Thank
She
you.
mumbles.
I'm leaving. Great. Okay, so... Number 10. Number 10. I'm wearing empathy gear. Is that a good idea under the circumstances? Do I need authority gear or something? Whenever I actually prepare for authority stuff, it goes poorly for me. Maybe I shouldn't come in wielding a sword right off the bat. Not everybody knows it's going to be dull, you know? I know it says to equip it to impress myself, but perhaps there are certain things that I should not do. Perception, maybe. Do I have any glasses that are good at perception? These ones are neutral. I don't have any ones that are good. We discussed this recently. I get empathy and Inland Empire out of the ledger, but minus to authority. I guess I'm more concerned with keeping empathetic about all this, considering the circumstances, than I am about having authority. So hopefully there's not an authority-based red check in there or something. Guess we'll find out.
You hear someone walking around inside, rearranging the furniture. The number on the panel says 10.
This apartment is supposed to be empty. Did you break in here?
Excuse me? Of course not.
Says the locked door. Continue.
You have plenty of reason to enter.
I don't need a warrant if I suspect there's been a break-in. Then open the door so I can verify your identity. Are you cooking morphine in there? That's not exactly a reasonable assumption, but do we want to be reasonable? I am wearing my empathy gear. Am I supposed to be reasonable about this? Or do I say the ridiculous thing? I could just say the ridiculous thing.
Oh, come on.
There's a pause before you hear the door being unlocked. Well, great.
Well, that was easy.
Just had to accuse her of making drugs. Continue.
It was smart.
The lieutenant says, nodding towards the unlocked door. Cool. Apparently that was smart. I thought he was just being weird. Great. Open up then. Wow, it's dark in there. Why is it so dark in there? Okay, flashlight? Flashlight. Oh, sure. It's just one of these situations where it was dark until I passed through the threshold, because it's just spoilers, essentially. Great, that's fine. Well, let's have a quick look around. I'm gonna look through your cabinets. Make sure you're not cooking morphine in this cabinet. Hey, shoes! Black monk straps. +1 to indirect modes of taxation. : Huh. Well, I guess I'll take them. My shoes now. Let's have a look. Where's my... There we go. Clothes. Black monk straps, eh? These Per and Ingersoll shoes have no lacing, but a strap and a buckle. Due to their elegant and affluent design, they have been described as the most advanced dress shoe. So advanced, in fact, that walking through slush and mud does not leave a single trace on them. Okay. So this is akin to the moralist pants and the fascist coat, which suggests there's probably a communist piece of garb out there somewhere too, and I just missed it, huh? +1 to indirect modes of taxation. Affluent moneymaker man. Yeah, this is indeed the, what do they call it? Ultra-liberal? Is it ultra-liberal? Ultra-liberal, I think that was it, yes. The people who like money, and who like other people who have money. Indeed. Let's see. I'm going to check out these circles before I talk to you, okay? Yeah, you can just get right up and comfortable in there, Kim. Let's see here. What's this? A blister pack of medicine peeks out of the box. You should take it! This looks like a fine mattress. Does it? I have a thought about the matter. Don't be ridiculous. You can hear it swarming with bugs. I have 2 thoughts on that matter. Could it be the phasmid? No, probably not. Apparently I chose one of them. I don't get to choose the other one. Interesting. I chose the one that was pulsing at me. What's in there? Oh, Hypnogamma. +3 morale. Huh. We'll tell you what. I'm going to leave that be for now. We'll have our little chat here, and then if I still feel it's necessary, I will take your drugs.
Satisfied? My name is Marielle Charpentier, and I'm an agent with Martinez Realty Associates. I am not breaking in, as I have every right to be here. The keys, see?
She jingles a set of keys in her hand. Okay, real estate agent. All right, so I guess that makes sense that the cleaning lady wouldn't necessarily know you were in here. Also, you have the most normal portrait of anyone I think I've ever seen in this game. Also, it seems like you're probably making that face and then said that line the way you did, masking your rage in a grin. So, cool, continue.
Boy, there are a lot of different keys there. More than 20 at least.
That's a bunch of keys. Continue.
Her voice is really cheerful, despite her obviously hating you.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I figured. Continue.
Do you want to see my ID as well? You can't legally ask for it, but why not? Want to see my residence permit too?
She fumbles through her purse, fishing out a light paper-clad passport. Inspect the passport. I don't need your ID. I just need to ask you some questions. Leave. Do I really... I mean, it's not legal for me to ask for it. And if I do go ahead and inspect it, she's probably going to not let that particular leg up on... She's not going to let that go, essentially, if I do inspect her ID. I don't know how it goes when they willingly offer me the thing, if I can look at... I don't know the rules. I'm not actually the police. Okay. Passport. Inspect the passport. I don't need your ID. I just need to ask you some questions. I suppose this would be the one way I can get her name is if I look at the passport. It probably won't update it, so maybe I should look while I can. Yeah.
It feels flimsy in hand, with the words Revachol Zone of Control written under a nondescript municipal logo. There's a picture of her with shorter hair inside, along with all her personal details.
And I don't get to see any of them because it's not actually relevant. Cool, fair enough. Nice haircut. Hand back the passport. Everything seems to be in order. Hand back the passport.
Thank you. Do you have any questions? I need to be back in Midtown in an hour.
She slips the passport back in her purse. What are you doing here? Who lived in the Four Coves apartment down the hallway? That's all, thank you. She needs to be somewhere in an hour, but she's been in here for days because I've tried to get in through this door on several different occasions. 2 different occasions, I guess. Huh. I suppose the game doesn't know when you're going to actually make your way inside the room, so it can't really account for that. That's fair. So what are you doing here?
I need to get it ready for the next lease, but as you can see, the previous tenant completely trashed the place.
She sighs and looks around. Sounds like they knew how to have a good time. Reprehensible. Who lived here? I fuck shit up too. Let's just try and stay on her good side for now, just since I, have accused her of cooking morphine or whatever. Reprehensible. Who lived here?
It was some kind of a moribund old man who used to be a business owner. You'd think they'd make rent.
She stops, hesitating. Are you familiar with the doomed commercial area or doomed commercial yeah, doomed commercial area, that's it. Are you aware of it? Because maybe that has something to do with all this. Continue.
A sudden serious look crosses her face. This story didn't have a happy ending.
Uh-oh. Continue.
But that was months ago. Anyway, was there anything you wanted, or is that it? I'm in a hurry.
Okay. We don't get to know about the non-happy ending. I guess that's fine. Who lived in the foreclosed apartment down the hallway, then?
Oh, that's another huge mess. The former tenant owes us 3 months of rent. 3. We closed the apartment and planned on auctioning off the valuables, but...
Wait a second. When you say you're the real estate agent, you mean that you work for the people who own this property? Is that how it usually works with real estate agents? I guess I don't know how it works with regards to apartments. I would have thought that you would be looking... Well, hang on. Maybe that does make sense with an apartment. Maybe that is more common than I'd think, where an agency owns the apartment, and so then when they have a vacancy, they have to come in and clean it out and, like what you normally associate with being the duties of the landlord. Perhaps that's the thing that real estate agents do as well? Anyway, continue.
And again, I have no idea how stupid mistakes like this can even happen. But Ron, when he came to close the door, didn't close the neighboring door. And there's a hole in the wall.
Uh-huh. Who's Ron? This is the one with the hole in the wall, I assume, given that you just said there's a hole in the wall. Right, that one at the end of the hall. Got it. Continue.
A hole in the wall. Can you believe it?
I can.
And then the tenant ran off with his stuff. He's gone. The money's gone. Just like that.
She spreads her hands and then snaps her fingers. I feel like this is probably not as uncommon as all that, though, is it? Continue.
The sum must have been puny.
I guess? If that's not really her major concern, otherwise they would have pursued the matter. Continue.
Oh, it irks her. The incompetence.
My money has also disappeared, I think. It couldn't have been that much money. These apartments look pretty shabby. So wait, what happened with the wall? My money has not disappeared. I mean, it did while I was on the bender, but it's been a week and I'm doing fine now. I mean, she already hates us, right? I feel bad skipping the interaction entirely and moving on to proceed, so let's go ahead and insult the apartments.
These apartments are perfectly fine. They have gorgeous architecture, a million-real view of the bay, good ventilation, neighbors, life, spark, and they are affordable.
Uh-huh. Continue.
I'll tell you, Martinez has a future. In a few years, it's going to blossom with artists and creatives and those radio computer wizards.
I feel like you maybe are not entirely up to date on your current events. It would be nice if that were true, and maybe something will happen, but I feel like it's going to get worse before it gets better, It's just the feeling I get, but then again, I have been, investigating the area for the last week. Continue.
The radio computer wizards are invested with magical economic powers.
That's pretty fancy. Okay, I still have the option of saying my money has also disappeared, I think. Why is that relevant to her? I don't know. I guess I can just say it.
Well, it does not disappear from my hands. No, I don't let it.
Fair enough, I guess. Got it. So you are very concerned with the fate of money. Fair enough, I guess. So what happened with the wall?
Don't ask me what happened with the wall.
I
have
did.
No idea how we're going to find the time or resources to fix it.
I feel like you can use some of that money that you don't let leave your hands, but continue.
Both apartments are now unrentable. Both.
She's still shaking her head, manicured hands now crossed over the chest. Crossed over the chest. That's an odd gesture to make. Huh. Maybe I'm reading too much into it. That's all, thank you.
Of course.
She replies with a smile, but her eyes remain glazed over. She's been waiting for you to leave. And my task updated, but it's not completed. Report back to the cleaning lady. Huh. Are you not who you're saying you are? Either way, I'm taking these drugs. Bong. Hypno-gamma. It's for me now. Alright, so. Hi there. There's a real estate lady who, very specifically, I can't see at the moment. I'm scrolled out as far as I can. I don't have that one thought. Let's scroll out further. So, I'm guessing she could sneak out while we're talking and you're discussing
Give me a moment.
She's not who she says she was? I didn't find any counterculture people in apartment number 10. It was just a real estate agent setting up the room for the new tenants. She's going to be like, there's nobody who does that, probably, right?
I see. I hope some good people are finally going to move in. This place needs them.
She takes out her handkerchief and wipes her nose. Okay, apparently I was, making up stories in my brain. Anyway, so yeah, she was the real estate lady. She was a real estate agent. She just didn't want to have to deal with me bothering her while she was doing her job. Anyway, yes, radio computer wizards are coming. They're going to save the place and the economy. No one is coming. There will be nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. Lax women and sexual deviants. That's who'll come. Spit. I'm sure everything will be fine. This apartment building needs slow change. Imperceptibly slow. Okay. Listen, it wasn't immediately obvious, but I believe this is another politics question, isn't it? This is the ultra-liberal response. This is the communist response. This is the fascist response. And this is the moralist response. I didn't actually get it until I got to the imperceptibly slow change thing, which is an obvious moralism reference. Does it matter what I say? I like the idea of saying the thing about radio computer wizards, but I also have no interest in being ultra-liberal. Nothing but squalor unless we start killing real estate agents. It's so bizarre. Like, if you ever get to one of these choices and if you are hesitant to choose extreme opinions, you always wind up a moralist, which is kind of what happened to me, isn't it? I guess I'm saying the radio computer wizards thing because it has wizards in it.
Oh, I do like wizards. And people like that in general. They have a lot to tell us about our fate.
She agrees wholeheartedly. Nice. Continue.
She means clairvoyance.
I assume she does, yes. Because wizards. Anyway, I'm off. Thank you. That's that task complete. All right, well. I do believe that means that all there is to do is go examine that mural finally. I have stalled as long as I could possibly stall, and there's no more stalling left to do. Never mind, I can talk to Cindy about the fact that Joyce's gone. Hello, Cindy.
Hello again, officers.
She doesn't care. She doesn't care in the least. Why would she care that Joyce is gone? Joyce was just a distraction as far as she was concerned. Someone to heckle while she was up there. But she's quite busy with the painting of the wall, or more specifically with the talking about how she's going to paint the wall eventually, maybe. Didn't she say something about that? Didn't she need more paint or something? But I couldn't give her mine? I don't know. I used my paint. I used all of my paint to write one sentence. I'm a very efficient user of resources. Now, anyway, fast travel. Shacks, I suppose. Yes? Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm just trying to rack my brains and make sure there's not anything else I'm forgetting. Anyone I was supposed to talk to and check in with before, going down this particular path, but I don't think there is. I think I've been pretty thorough. At least as thorough as I'm probably going to be able to be, so what's the right way to get to that mural? This is the wrong platform, isn't it? I think it's the next building down. This is the building that has the row of gunshots from where a bunch of people were executed. And it doesn't matter which side they were on because they're all dead. I'm thinking maybe this way? Maybe I should stop talking so I can fast forward to the part where I find it. This is the edge of the map. I'm going to fast forward to the part where I find it, alright? I'll see you soon. Oh, this is it. It was the next building over, but it was a different direction than I thought. That's the mural I need right there. Okay. I'm pretty sure, anyway, if I'm remembering everything correctly. I haven't talked to you in several days. How y'all doing? Anything new?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
He nods to you, smiling. I'm looking for a suspect. Have you seen anyone suspicious around? I want to hear about the Feld building again. Have you seen anyone suspicious?
No, I'm afraid I can't help you with this one, officer. It's just a regular day off for me and Mikhail here.
He pats his son's head. You've been here every day since Wednesday, as far as I can tell, pointing at this particular mural. Your child must be dying of boredom. Continue.
So you haven't seen anyone around?
Apparently.
No, I'm sorry. As I said, this is just a day off. We just arrived anyway.
He did get up bright and early to get out here, huh? Continue.
There's something friendly and familiar in how he says that. A day off.
Yeah? Continue?
He's telling the truth. He hasn't seen anyone.
That's fine. That's fine. Leave. Feld Electrical. All right, let me get in there.
You see a once bright mural towering above you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out Feld Electrical R&D.
Continue.
A slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago. Now, only a shadow of peeled letters remains. It says, tomorrow is just a whisper away.
Perception. I didn't think about it, but I wonder if I need perception to do this next thing where I step closer. It would seem to sort of make sense, right? Hang on. I can do that. I can just change some clothing and be ready for that. Here we go. Perception. Shoes. Do I even have anything else that boosts my perception? I feel like the answer to that you will find is probably no. I have my perception hat on. I don't think there's anything else, and if there was, I probably would have commented on what, like, why does that make my perception boosted or whatever. I never put on these shoes. Do you have thoughts about the liberal shoes? Let's see if you got thoughts about the liberal shoes. You do have thoughts about the liberal shoes.
The luxury of fine things. Just look at those black monk straps. After spending an entire day hustling, who's to say that you didn't deserve a pair of ridiculously expensive shoes on your tired feet?
It's a shame I can't pawn them, huh? You're right, beautiful things do make people happy. Oops, it's a fashion faux pas. Discard the thought and the shoes, which is the choice I was given with the other two things that were connected to political stances. There must be a communist thing out there that I missed, huh? How did I possibly miss it? I don't even know. Anyway, sure, let's go along with the thought for now.
Beautiful things give you a rush. It's power. Crafting your style, draping your flesh in silk and leather, deciding how to present yourself to the world.
Continue.
Remember, when they come to take it away from you, you worked for those shoes. Whether you like it or not, wearing these shoes has made you more liberal. Ultra-liberal.
Ultra-liberal. Worked for these shoes, did I? In that I accused someone of making drugs and then looted them from a closet nearby? Indeed. Continue.
They're either a gateway drug or a booster pack to get you deeper into free market ideology.
Does that mean I'm going to have a copotrope thought end? No, it doesn't. But hang on. I wonder if I can... Ultra-liberal. 3. Well, there you go. I've just... I think you get the copotrope thing at 4, don't you? So I just haven't been touching ultra-liberal stuff. Fair enough, I guess. All right. Perception shoes. Nice little diversion. We'll probably never put them on again. Okay.
You see, a
step
slogan
closer.
used above the mural, a collapsed roof, broken windows set in walls that are cracking and will soon also fall, and the coastal breeze rustling and sighing in the remains of the edifice.
Wait, you mean the walls are going to fall? You say the walls are cracking and will soon also fall. How soon are we talking? Is it enough where I should get this guy and his kid out of here? Who knows? Continue.
Feld Electrical. How ironic. All these dark rooms.
I mean, fair point, conceptualization. Continue.
Feld Electrical. You only know them as a small company that makes ink cartridges. Looks like they used to be big.
It does seem that way, doesn't it? Man, it feels weird not having Wompty Dumpty Dom around so that encyclopedia checks aren't a windfall anymore. I kind of miss it. But it's okay, I did 2 checks, it's fine. Continue.
There's something in the wind. Sometimes the only way to go forward is to fail first.
To fail first? Huh. Wonder what you're referring to. Maybe there's going to be an impossible check coming up. Inland Empire always, not always, but sometimes seems to know things it shouldn't. Why do I feel like I know this place?
Indeed. Somehow you knew it was here. An urban ruin, gutted by looters that once used to consume money and dispense warmth and light.
I mean, I presumably have been living around here, not here, but, you know, in Jamrock at least, for a while, right? Maybe. I still don't know where I live, but that's fine. Continue.
You felt it before, when it rained in Martinez, and you felt the cold of the rain. The feeling persists. It has been in you ever since.
Oh, no kidding. The first time when I had my Shivers boost thought, and I stepped out of the whirling in rags and had that extended thought about the rain that was happening. Wasn't that a thing that happened? Did it actually mention Feld Electrical at that time? I bet you it did. Could Ruby be in there?
In there? She could. Or she could be in the identical room over there. Or in that boat shack. In that church tower, maybe.
Are you just saying that that's a useless speculation, Kim? The Lieutenant points behind you. I mean, yeah, I guess you're not wrong.
Why single out this one building?
Shivers Impossible 20. Listen to the... Wow! Listen to the wind. +3, found the empty trap. +3, heard Lena's true story. +3, went on a date. +1, reconstructed execution. +2, made that awful call. +1, confronted the pigs. +2, established the nightclub. +2, discovered the anomaly. +3, death notification. +1, found the jacket. Oh, boy. And of course, the fact remains that you could still roll double ones and lose. Despite all that. There's no point in boosting my Shivers any further, I suppose, yeah? But there's also no point in wearing these perception shoes, probably. Wait a second. Thought cabinet. Okay, Cold Mama Doc was coming up real soon, but we're not there yet. Thinking about perception just reminded me of that. Okay. We just got these two other thoughts. Yeah, okay, this is fine. Don't worry about it. Okay, I guess we just go ahead and listen to the wind then? I've got enough Shivers that apparently we're going to be fine. Listen.
Even though you're sure you succeeded, all is quiet. There is no cold hand brushing against your forehead, no rustle in the reeds. The wind has died down. The ruin in front of you is silent as a tomb.
Unnaturally silent, even. What was I even attempting to do here? Turn to the Lieutenant. She could be anywhere. How do we find her? We'll start with number 1.
Trying to talk to the wind, the city. Whatever you thought would happen did not. And now you're just standing there in the pale of the morning, with your hands fallen to your side.
Yes, but note that this is a conversation that I'm having with Shivers, who in the past has been proven to be the city, even if you're not doing the voice right now. Continue.
Is trying to talk to the city something you've done before? Is it in your secret repertoire? A trick for when you're out of ideas?
You think so? I mean, like from the before times, before I lost my mind. Continue.
A prayer of sorts. To Revachol.
Sounds about right. Well, I guess turn to the Lieutenant. She could be anywhere. How do we find her?
How do we? I was really hoping she'd be in the village. Okay.
The Lieutenant sighs and gets a hold of himself, which took all of a second and a half. The composure on this guy, I tell you. Continue.
She's probably north of the village, and this place is a peninsula. We already scanned most of the outdoor areas on our wild cryptid hunt, so we have an understanding of the geography, at least.
That is true. He looks north. And we're also here assuming that she didn't, skip town while we were asleep, because that is a thing that we did repeatedly in the past week. But anyway, continue.
And then there's the church. We've already searched that and can rule it out. I know it doesn't feel like progress, but exclusion is a step too.
You're not wrong. He looks at the bell tower. Okay, continue.
Anyway, we do it the old-fashioned way, sector by sector. Go over the whole peninsula, ask the locals, enter the places where we can enter first, like we did in the village.
I feel like that's what we already just did because I was stalling before we get to the end of all this, but who knows, maybe you're right. And if that fails, if we don't find her, conclude.
Then, if we're desperate, we can look where we can't enter. Bunkers, tomb drainage, displays. I'm sure it won't come to that.
Are you sure? He looks behind him at the dark red box crumbling across the chasm. Continue.
Walk the coast, the old boardwalk, the reeds. You can always come back here and talk to the wind again. Look where it already got you.
Fair point, Shivers. Continue.
An adventure awaits. An adventure on the windswept urban coast.
The windswept urban coast. How is this different from what we were already doing? I'm not sure, but do continue.
Buckle up and raise your collar. This search is going to be wet and cold.
I would imagine you're right. We have the Shivers Impossible 20 check. It's still a 97%. Listen to the wind again, huh? Okay, well, we'll leave that alone for now. Let's check what the task is updated with. Look for Ruby on the coast. Ruby was in the Cinderblock Village, but left Monday. She could be anywhere on the peninsula, north of the village. Look inside the church. Ask around. There are people to the west of the mural. Or, I don't know, ask a girl on a date, then ask her? Ask the wind, maybe? Return to the felled mural and consult the wind if you don't know what to do. Other than that, keep searching the coast. Wait a second, I get it. I get it. It was expecting me to do this before I had 5 million pluses to it. So even though I succeeded, I failed. Because you have to fail once and think about exploring the area. Well, maybe I should take one quick loop around and make sure that nothing has changed before I go back in here then, huh? Because that was a flag I just raised. Something could be different. Hi. Anything different with you?
Hello. Isn't this a fine morning?
Absolutely it is. I was going to say absolutely not, because absolutely not, he has nothing for me to say to him, but yes, it's a fine morning. It seems really nice. All right, I'm going to wander around, see if anything changes. Give me a second, okay? I would say I'm pretty sure that what's happening here is that this is a side content gate. You can't pass this check unless you're exceedingly lucky or unless you've done a bunch of side content. Well, it just so happens I've done a bunch of side content, and therefore I have massive pluses to this particular check. But I just want to make sure that there's nothing else in between. I'm thinking it just wants me to go and succeed again, but just in case, you know. I do still have to find where the shooter could have shot from and all that, you know. Sort of left that thought by the wayside. I need to stop talking. I'll see when I'm done exploring. Ask around. There are people to the west of the mural. To the west of the mural? Do you think they meant east of the mural? It's just like a localization error or something? Or is north actually supposed to be down? Because all there is west of the mural is the coast. The reeds. There's no people. Right? Is this entire thing... Is north down and south is up, and therefore west of the mural is... Wait a second, north and southwest. Yeah, no, that's not... I had it right. By my uneducated perception, I'd been assuming that north was up, and then east was right, and west was left, and south is down, because that's the common assumption when it comes to cardinal directions, but... Maybe, in fact, north is down. I guess I have no way of knowing. There have been other references to direction, but... Well, I genuinely don't know. There are people to the east of the mural, by my figuring, but maybe, in fact, east is west. I don't know. It's fine. What is... Why don't I recognize this? Oh, this is the church. Never mind. I don't recognize this because I have no eyes.
Yes, what is it?
Whoops. Oh. I was just walking around the church to see if anybody else had anything else to say. Sona does have something else to say. I do have one mystery that still needs solving. The radio ghost in the doomed commercial area's electronic doorbell. The one that sounds like a wax cylinder and repeats herself. It's a recording. So I feel like it's not that much of a mystery. I just don't know why someone set it up the way they did. Well, I'll go ahead and ask about it, though.
The creepy woman! We were wondering about that when we worked there. But I had completely forgotten about it ever since.
She slaps her forehead. Okay, so you know what I'm talking about.
It must be anthroponetic crosstalk, the one you get in radios and long-distance calls. Now it makes sense, with the pail right on the doorstep.
Does it? Continue.
Incredible. This would also explain why we get it on the police radio all the time.
The lieutenant murmurs. Anthroponetic crosstalk?
It's quite common, actually. When the signal gets routed through pail, all kinds of irregularities take place. You may hear snippets of someone else's conversation, or the voice of your former lover, or an echo of an event that took place 100 years ago.
So this only makes sense because we already found out about the swallow. Continue.
Pale is a shroud of memories. and it doesn't really distinguish to whom those memories belong to. You could hear anything.
But doesn't it seem remarkable that it specifically routes to that same memory every time you push that one doorbell? That makes sense. Thanks for explaining that to me. Apparently I don't have questions.
Anytime.
She smiles. Cool, well, 5 experiences, not nothing. Kim did specifically mention the bunker as a place where we could check if we run out of options. Question is, do I need to do the Shivers check before or after checking out the bunker? Well, why don't we check out the bunker and see what he says? Ostensibly, we're still in the preliminary parts of this phase of our investigation, even though, you know, I've done everything that there is to do. Yeah, let's just check it out. Anything new?
An old door, worn by elements.
Nope. Okay. So, in any case, I can't get in there now. Fine. Could check in with the people in the fishing village, but that may also be a reference to just checking around, which is something I already did, so maybe there's not going to be anything new. I didn't talk to children, though. Hello, children.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
You must be Lillian's twins, is new. Why don't I just go ahead and say that?
This one doesn't say anything, kicking the concrete with his worn-out sneaker.
If only we were the same size, kid, I would just toss you some of the ones I've found. Come to think on it, kind of bizarre that all the shoes I've found have fit me, huh? Continue.
Lily's our mum,
Explains the other one, tongue still lolling out of his mouth. I already said that. Bye! Wait. Wasn't the kid in here also a Lily? Lillian's Lily. Lily's our mom. What? I already said that.
The stone kicker laughs suddenly. His head is too large for his shoulders.
Apparently. Continue.
The other one laughs as well.
Great. This must be unsettling.
Wow, so intellectually stimulating.
Enough of your sarcasm, Logic.
The stone kicking isn't even of very high caliber. Anyone can do that.
Wait. Children are stupid. Was that an option before? I feel like maybe I said that to them already. Let's go ahead and start with kids. Have you seen any bad people around?
What bad people?
One of the twins looks up, his mouth slightly open.
I don't think questioning 4-year-olds without their parents present is going to crack the case,
says the lieutenant. Well, then children are stupid. The scruffy-haired little kid laughs as though in agreement. I feel like that is... I did say this before, though, didn't I?
You're stupid.
The other one tells him, suddenly very serious. Okay, how about the policeman ask you something else now? I'm just going to leave now. I'm going to leave and not talk to you anymore. Bye. Okay. I don't think I have anything else to ask you, so I guess I'll just leave and not talk to you anymore?
Just a second ago, the first one was laughing. Now, he's doing something with his lips and his gap tooth.
Like threading his lip through his tooth gap or something?
It looks like he's sad because you're going, or who knows, really.
Huh. He's sad that I wasn't going to talk to him anymore? Also, I didn't leave the conversation, so apparently I lied. And that's fine. Bye, kids. Take care. Up, Rock, apparently. Okay. Isabel, you haven't changed your mind on this at all, have you? Probably not.
Our tenant, the policeman.
No, that's fine. Goodbye, I'm off. Lillian, I feel like there's not much more to be said here, but hello?
Aye, the sea's gonna calm down soon, I can...
Indeed. Right, kinda didn't figure so, and that's okay. Is there any point in asking the drunks? Did I ask the drunks earlier? Probably there's no point. But let's at least check. I haven't talked to... Wait a second, can I not actually go this direction? I have to go all the way around? Can I not just thread my way through the trees? Is it really that hard? Okay, fine. Considering how long I've been wandering around this place, you'd think I know the layout a little bit better, but I don't. I genuinely don't.
Don't call. Don't call her.
Don't call Abigail. Haven't talked to you in days. The drunk man speaks in his sleep. Drool dribbles from the left side of his mouth and down his jacket lapel. Is there a point in waking him up? Wake him up.
There's no waking him.
Okay, well then why is that highlighted?
Don't call.
Let him
There's
sleep it.
no...
Yep, that's fine. Rosemary, do you have anything interesting to say?
The legend returns.
No.
You know...
No, he doesn't. Wait, what?
The legend returns. You know the dance. Smokable smokes. Pissable pilsner. drink it, then convert it to piss. And there's spirits and speed too.
I'm pretty sure you said that the last time I accidentally talked to you, Rosemary, and I just didn't listen to it at all. Anyway, no, there's nothing here. Doom Spiral, you got anything?
Tequila.
Oh, I already asked you. And that's fine. So, be seeing you. Great. Well, I think that in fact what I'm supposed to do is just wait. I haven't talked to the kid in here. I'm going to ask everybody in the town. I haven't talked to the kid in here. So, hello. Was it Lily? Whoa.
Hello, mister.
Little Lily. The net picker's daughter waves at you. Are you Lillian's daughter?
Yes, I am. Little Lily. You know my mom?
She gazes at you with her big eyes. Yes, we met earlier. Not really, but I'd like to. We met earlier.
That's nice. My mom is great. She's never angry or anything.
She nods. Never angry. Wow, that's impressive, given her circumstances. I feel like it would be hard to keep your temper with having 3 children and being a single parent, and also, you know, Fisher's life seems stressful. Whatever. She has good self-control, I guess. Are the twins outside your brothers?
Yes. They don't want to play with me. They're older and play outside.
She frowns. Continue.
They look the same. Sometimes I can't tell them apart.
They look identical, right? I said the same thing. I did.
They look identical.
She slowly processes the word, then snickers with laughter. Do you know anyone named Ruby?
Ruby. Ruby.
Suddenly the girl gets all serious and leans in, as if she's about to tell you a secret. It seems like she has trouble with L's and R's. Continue.
My mom tells me I'm a big girl, but she doesn't know that I can't say Earl. Or like, sometimes I can, but then Uller.
I mean, it is confusing, I gotta say. It can be sometimes. But that's fair. Continue.
Kids.
The lieutenant shakes his head. Listen, it's fine. Goodbye.
Bye.
The girl's large, curious eyes remain fixed on you. Okay, but I was having a thought.
Is that the phasmid? It looks like the phasmid, leaning against the wall.
Where? What? You mean the ladder? You don't mean the ladder, do you?
Wait. What if this is the fishing rod situation all over again?
Try to sneak up on the phasmid. Leap towards the phasmid and clasp it in your hands. You're not going to be fooled again. You're going to stand here calmly and observe this non-phasmid until you see what it really is. Ignore the sighting, discard thought. The fishing rod situation? Did I actually stalk a fishing rod, thinking it was the phasmid, and it turned out not to be? Shoot. I do kind of want to make Harry sneak up on it. What are you even looking at? It's not this fire poker, is it? Maybe I should stand here calmly and observe it, just to start out?
Fine. It's not a phasmid. It's not even organic. Just a fire iron resting by the fireplace. But where's your sense of wonder, man?
I'm not really sure, Inland Empire. Apparently I ruined it. But does that mean you were willingly trying to fool me? I guess you are in my imagination, though. So I guess that makes sense. Forget about the phasmid, fire iron. Aw, I could have stalked it. I would have looked ridiculous. It's fine. It's okay. Right, well. I think that's everybody in town. So, back to the mural with me. Is this the right way? Yes. Yes, it is. See, there we go. First try, even. That never happens. All right, mural. One more again, please.
The once bright mural towers above you, saying, Feld Electrical, R&D. Tomorrow is just a whisper away.
I wonder how many people have ever said it R and D like that, instead of R&D, you know? Kind of mush it all into one word. Anyway, it also actually says it in French, and it actually has the full words, but whatever. Listen to the wind again.
A breeze, like a quiet sigh, moves over you. The cool air breaks across your body. It brings the salt of the sea into your lungs.
I got a critical failure. This is the only way I could fail that. Continue?
Go to the children of the Big Sea.
Yeah, continue?
The Big Sea. The Big Sea. That can only mean one thing. Communism.
Yes, Comrade Zephyr, I shall find them. Girl-child revolution and girl-child communism. What the hell was that? Yes, I understand. Go to the children of the big sea. I think it was probably not communism rhetoric. I think you're probably on the wrong track there. What was that? What the hell? What?
The wind rushes away, leaving you where you were, on the rotting boards of the felled building.
New task, work with the children of the big sea. Continue.
Officer, are you okay? It looked like we lost you for a second.
Did I have a seizure, Kim? I think I need to talk to some kids in the village. The wind told me to talk to children. Let's roll! Oh, man. I'm saying it.
Okay, when you're ready, officer.
The lieutenant looks down the coast towards the shacks. It says something about what we've been through together, that he just sort of took that in stride. What's this? Oh, my thought's complete.
It's not only your eardrums that register sound anymore.
Yeah.
Your very skin has become an organ of hearing. Looking for a whisper, light and low. A god who's very, very silent. Nothing escapes you. A cockroach in the other room. A candy wrapper falling on dry grass. A drunk falling from a chair in a bar 20 meters away. In fact, you haven't heard the Col du Mama Dakwa, but you have discovered that you have amazing hearing. It must be the only part of you the alcohol hasn't drowned out. Keep listening.
Bonuses. +3 perception, golden ear, -1 encyclopedia, no room for anything else. Just like last time, but this time I'm not in the mindset that I was last time, which is kind of nice. So now my perception is ridiculous, yes? Am I still in my perception boots? I am, which means my perception is currently what? It's currently what? It's currently 11. It's 11. I have so much perception. Okay, but I got a new task. But from failing that, the wind spoke to you at the Feld Mural. The children of the sea know something that will assist you in finding Ruby. But who are the children? And what do they know? Find the children of the big sea. Now, if we're going to take this literally, I assume what we're talking about is, Lillian's kids, who I did just talk to. Because, you know, both Lillian and her dead husband were fisher folk, yeah? So they could be said to be children of the big sea. I did just speak with them. I do feel like little Lily is probably going to be more helpful than the twins, but never mind, the twins are kind of weirdos. Maybe they'll be helpful in this particular aspect. Hello, weirdos.
The scruffy-haired little boy kicks a stone while the other watches him do it.
Kids, has anything strange happened lately?
We had bad words and said, I got in trouble.
The boy turns a rock over in his hand. They got in trouble for swearing, huh?
Bad words. Bad words.
The other says, nodding absent-mindedly. I don't know that I've heard the second of you talk ever, have I? I can't remember our first conversation. Bad words are bad. Don't say them, kids. It's a first step to a life of crime. Okay, what happened? I mean, this is very scruff McGruff. I feel like it's basically the same thing I was saying with it's Contact Mike, yeah? It's Contact Mike. It's the part of me that makes me talk about Contact Mike. I'm going to choose it just in case I get to talk about Contact Mike.
We won't.
The little boy says. He adjusts his cap in the cool air. Continue.
We learned.
The other replies. Let's move on. Where did you hear the bad words? Was it from someone on the coast, the radio?
We just heard funny voices.
The boy shrugs. His jacket whispers as his shoulders move. Continue.
We thought the voices were funny. We said what they said, and then we got in trouble.
The brother nods. Where did you hear them? Did you ever hear someone say them? Was it on the radio? They're really not answering that question, huh?
Radio? What's that? We just heard them in our head.
The boy sniffs up a drip of snot. Thank you for not putting that sound effect actually in. Shivers? Did Shivers talk to the twins? Continue.
Could it be? Do their minds work in the same way?
Voices in your head? Like little bleeps and bloops of information? What do you mean you heard them in your head? Bleeps and bloops? I feel like I don't exactly have bleeps and bloops. I have all these voices, but let's start there.
No, just people talking real fast.
The boy shakes his head. Okay, well, what did you hear? You're gonna say you can't say it because you'll get in trouble, probably.
It was like... It is time at last. My nasty speed freaks. Our brother man is about to grow up.
Wait, is that the radio station Kim listens to? He scratches his head. He looks at his twin, who nods, and then he begins. That sounds a lot like Speed Freaks FM, doesn't it? Continue.
A memory stirs. You've heard this quickfire patter before.
Yeah, I have. Continue.
DJ Flatios, Big Boy Davey single is here. Buckle up, because this is the fastest track that you're ever gonna hear.
Wait, you just managed to memorize this, having heard it? I guess it was inside your head the one time, so maybe it lodged somewhere that is unexpected, and now you just have it all memorized? And Lillian heard that and was like, what are you even saying? And so punished you because she didn't know what else to do? I guess you did say Speed Freaks also, so maybe that was it. Continue.
Turn up the volume. Blow those speakers out. Now
Here's?
No. Don't say bad words, stupid.
The brother cuts in, suddenly and sharply. Okay, so after that comes the bad words. Continue.
A word when you're done.
The lieutenant clears his throat. His eyes are wider than usual. Continue.
The boy draws a jagged rock across the ground. It leaves a white scratch.
Okay, bye kids, take care. Yes, Kim?
Detective, about what the twins had to say.
Yeah, continue.
So, those voices they heard.
Uh-huh, continue.
Yes, of course, earlier, when you turned the radio on in his Kanema.
Wait, are you meaning that they heard that from across town? They just heard it echoing across the bay? Continue?
Don't.
Why not? It's gonna hurt, huh? That's fine. I can take it. Speed Freaks FM, your favorite channel. Wasn't your radio tuned into Speed Freaks FM? Say nothing. What do you mean, don't? I'm gonna. Do you mean don't suggest it's his favorite channel? Maybe this is not the time? I've been giving him heck about Speed Freaks FM every time I had a chance. It's so tempting to do it. It'll probably hurt, but whatever, I guess, unless it's actually going to damage our relationship. Could it? He hasn't been that testy about it lately. I'm probably overthinking it. Something else is going to hurt me. Your favorite channel. Uh-oh. Oh, the lieutenant breathes steadily, each inhalation and exhalation controlled. He's not happy with me. Continue.
He was clearly uncomfortable discussing it before. He still is. You have nothing to gain from pushing his buttons.
That's what you meant. Don't do that. That's what you meant. I'm sorry. Continue.
I can't explain how they heard it. I believe they heard something, and given the poverty of this part of town, I don't know how they could have heard the radio. However...
He says, ignoring your comment. Okay, sorry, Kim. I won't do it again. Continue.
Weird as it is, the situation is not connected to the murder. This isn't our business.
Are you just embarrassed that we may have to contact Speed Freaks FM? It's a mystery, though. Mysteries are our business. But it is related, Kim. The wind told me so! Man, what's the correct option here? He's already annoyed with me about Speed Freaks FM, so we're not going to bring that up. A mystery, though. Mysteries are our business, but it is related, Kim. The wind told me. I mean, the wind did tell me so. The wind told me to talk to the children, and now here we are. It's not going to increase me in your estimation, but maybe it'll pay off when it actually does work.
The lieutenant says nothing. An ocean breeze blows in strong. He raises his jacket collar against it.
Continue.
Besides, maybe it was just a radio they overheard. They might not be old enough to know the difference. How would they have heard the voices?
Even if it was a radio, where was it coming from? Didn't Ruby have advanced radio know-how? Maybe it has something to do with the mass call-in radio game? Intermonetic crosstalk? Maybe it's related to what's happened in the church. Sona's experiment. I got nothing. Okay, hang on. If they were playing in nearby and Ruby had advanced radio equipment running someplace where they wouldn't expect a radio to be, that could make it related to the case. I'm doing this one. It's a pot shop, but it might work.
The lieutenant shrugs.
Continue.
Let's at least rule out radios before continuing. Maybe the twins didn't know it was a radio they were hearing.
It's possible. Continue.
The washerwoman seems to know everything that happens here. Let's ask if she heard anything before moving on.
All right, continue.
After you.
The lieutenant gestures towards the old woman. Okay, okay. Sorry again, Kim. Hello, Isabel.
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can I help you with?
I hope it's not too annoying that I let her finish what she's saying most every time I talk to her, unless I was just talking to her a minute ago. I know it's the same thing every time, but it just feels weird trying to interact with the menus and talk over her when she's speaking, you know? Have you heard a radio on the coast in the last week or so?
A radio? Ah, no. We play no radio here. There's one in the shack, but it's never used.
Are you sure you didn't hear any radio playing? Any idea how the twins could have heard Speed Freaks FM? We good, Kim? Is it going to be enough to set Kim off if I just ask about Speed Freaks FM? I didn't say, like, my partner's favorite radio station. Maybe I should just be... I just say absolutely sure. No radio, yes? No radio?
Viziers know every sound that belongs to this coast. I would know if I heard anything different.
Okay, well, do you have any idea how this is possible, then?
Was that the nonsense we were spouting? Pah!
She shakes her head.
No, I have no idea where they heard it. They've been in earshot all week, and no radio.
Well, then what does that mean? We good, Kim?
Let's just get it out of the way as fast as we can. Contact dispatch from my kinema and ask them to connect you to the station. Maybe they can shed some light on this.
So we actually do have to talk to Speed Freaks. Okay. Ready to meet your heroes, Kim? Thank you, Kim. We're just going, thank you, Kim. We're gonna let it be. We're gonna let it be and stop harassing him.
I'm ready when you are. Thank you, ma'am.
He turns to the old woman. Okay, continue.
Anything else?
A cold breeze rushes by. The old woman smiles. The wind has been remarkably active ever since we started this, hasn't it? I'm off. Okay. Okay, back to the waterfront. Okay. So we're just going to call into a radio station, and we're going to ask them if they have any idea why a couple of maybe 4-year-olds would have heard their station when there were no radios around. Have they been beaming their signal into people's heads? Question mark? Sure.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
Sounds like a perfectly reasonable conversation.
How may I assist you?
The operator greets you through the static. Alice, I need you to connect me to Speed Freaks FM. Please do not question me too much.
Come again, officer?
I said Speed Freaks FM. Kim's a big fan. Speed Freaks FM, a radio station. It's for the case. It is, apparently, for the case.
Okay, officer. 1 moment.
Yeah, thank you. Continue. I said we're not going to harass Kim about this. Volition said no, and I don't always listen when I should to Volition, but this time I'm going to.
I have the GMS on the line. I'll connect you now.
I hope he's not on the air. Continue.
Yo!
The word shoots out of the man's mouth like a bullet. Continue.
The starting gun fires, and we're off.
I'm so sorry to bother you. I just have a question. Hello, is this DJ Mesh? Okay. Okay. The starting gun fires and we're off. Do we go sorry cop or do we just say hello like a normal person? I'm gonna just be a normal person. We're going normal person.
It is. I got a few minutes before I gotta go back on air. What can I do for you, cop man?
I'm just calling to confirm. Did you debut a new track from DJ Flacio a few days ago? There you go. Ask about it laterally. That's way better than my idea.
An asshole is a mouth for shit. And I'm puking.
And that's how the twins got in trouble. Got it. Yeah, that'll do it. Wow, that's a song title. Continue.
That's the name of the song. Vulgarity is La Belle de Jour.
Great title, man. #1 stuff. I'm guessing that's the song. Sure, let's be supportive. #1 stuff.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it's the shit-hot new single from DJ Felicio, really setting up the sonic waves.
Do people like it? Is that legal to play? Okay, let's move on. We talked to some kids who said they heard it in their heads. Do you know how that could be possible? Do people like it?
They're loving it, man. The requests keep coming in for more.
Continue.
I really think it's the future of music, I do. Fucking, like, stinkcore or something. Shit's so nasty. Those stink waves come up like sound waves, you know what I mean?
Sure, man. I'm young, cool, and with it. I don't have any idea what you mean. Those are my two choices. I am not young, cool, or with it. I have no idea.
Doesn't matter. Listen, I'm dead serious when I say fellatio is gonna make it big in this world.
I just realized how you pronounce that word. You put an extra between the f and the l, and suddenly it sounds like another bad word. Well, I guess it's not exactly a bad word necessarily. It's just a suggestive term, let us say. Is it legal?
It's illegal not to play, man. When you got that kind of music in you, the universe demands that you got to let it out. You know what I mean?
I think I just said that I don't, but continue.
Plus, Felicia and I got it in our contracts that we could play our own tracks. So really, it would be illegal not to.
Wait, is he the other DJ? It's Mesh and Fellatio? Is Mesh also some sort of a reference I'm not getting? I wonder. Anyway, let's move on. We talked a bit about that. Do you know how the kids have heard it in their heads?
Oh, come on, man. I just told you we're cleared to play shit like that. Listen. It's not our problem if kids decide to tune into River Shore's hottest station.
He sighs. It's not that they played it on a radio. They heard it in their heads. Do you know how that's possible? That is what I asked. You just aren't hearing me because I'm a cop and I'm asking you about the song that you're defensive about.
I don't understand. Are you asking if we can, play our station into people's brains?
Sure, forced radio. Can't tune out. You make a killing on ads. Yeah, like a new way to equalize people, getting them all in the same station. A great tool for communism. Exactly like that. Because I think you're an enemy of traditional values, forcing your filth on the innocent. Yeah, like that. Maybe it was part of your civic duty. You were just testing it out for the government. This is yet again a politics question-answer situation. Same order as last time, even. Money, communism, fascism, and moralism. Government. Friggin', I don't know. How about ad money or something?
Speed Freaks FM is elective listening, man. We don't want to force the people to adopt our thinking. That's fascist bullshit.
Okay, I'm going to read the first one, but I have to do the second one. No, I was just asking and dreaming up a bold new money-making scheme. No, that wasn't my fascist line. That was my ultra-liberal one. I can do the fascist one if you want. That one!
You're a fucking wild man. Sure, let's hear it.
Okay, the fascist thing was me calling you an enemy of the state for pumping filth into children, thus corrupting traditional values.
Oh, man, I love it. You're great. No, we didn't do anything like that. We know how to. We just played it on air like normal people.
The radio host doesn't try to contain his laughter. This was the best interaction. Continue.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to ask?
No, that was it. Thank you for your time. Just one thing. Give a big shout out to my man, Lieutenant Kim Kitsuragi. He's a huge fan of the station. That would be a nice gesture if he wasn't already so embarrassed about it. No. We can't. I'm sorry, we can't. No, that was it. Thanks for your time.
Nah, man. Thank you. This has been an absolute pleasure.
Well, I'm glad you had a good time. Continue.
Later, cop man.
Bye.
The party has terminated the call. Is there anything else I can do for you, officer?
There isn't. Continue.
You should check the radio again.
Oh. You're probably right, reaction speed. Kim, is it allowable this one time? Empathy isn't speaking up, so let's just do it.
Spoke to the wildest cop in Rabbit Show.
Continue.
Didn't even get his name. But whoever that mystery cop was, we salute him.
Continue.
We aren't discussing this.
After a few bars, Lieutenant turns the radio back to prime line. Continue.
What a reserve of willpower. It's taken all he's got to not smile.
Dang it, I should have asked him to do the shout-out, man. Oh, continue.
This is Precinct 57. Can I connect you to someone?
The voice in the shortwave repeats, I'm done. Thank you.
57's over and out.
Her voice disappears.
In the cabin, you
Man, dang it, I screwed it up. What's that? Kim wants to talk. My thoughts first, then your thoughts. Sorry.
Wow, you work hard.
I do? Oh, we're doing an ultra-liberal thing, aren't we? I do.
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah. What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
I suppose. Continue.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
What a mindset. Yeah, I ride a little. I fucking ride till I die, bitch. I'm not sure I ride. Let's go ahead and question it.
Oh, you do. You make money. You got gills, baby. Meaning those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
Do I now?
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop and a sprinter and a money printer.
Can't say I didn't make that ceiling guy give me some of his money either. Sure, and I got that giant novelty check from Everard. You could say I took some money from the Manana guy too. Oh, and there's the pawning stuff off of that suspicious Roy guy. I guess I've made some gills, sure. Do I get to choose all of these, or do I have to choose one? It seems like they come in order, so I'm going to start with ceiling.
Can't say that. You shook him. You're a killer. A shark.
Am I now? Sure, and I got that giant novelty check from Everard.
Wasn't easy getting that giant novelty check from Everard.
Wasn't it?
Took some ingenuity to get into the harbor, but you got in, and you took that bribe as hard as any cop's taken it.
I sure did. You could say I took some money from that Manana guy too.
You didn't log that in as a donation either. You don't log any of that shit in. You're a straight rider.
I spent it even. Oh, and then there's pawning stuff off to that suspicious Roy guy. Does that actually count?
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style.
I guess I made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
I suspect, although I do not know for sure, that all these are ways that you can die by draining out your stats under various circumstances, because I did avoid the thing where I put a gun in my mouth, yeah? Yeah, and I feel like anxiety attack is not too dissimilar from that one time I lost my will to continue and wound up under a bridge, but I don't know if it was an anxiety attack specifically. Well, in any case, now ask myself what?
Are you rich?
Yes, quite. No, I'm actually not. Not anymore. Not since I, bought that one transceiver that I don't even have anymore. I think I'd left it up on the statue probably. I don't think I am. I got $32. That ain't bad, but I don't think I'm rich necessarily.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
It's because of that Gart guy riding my ass. The system is broken. There's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so poor? And why was I able to generate money out of my brain up until recently, for some reason? Why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes.
Oh.
G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
Is that so? Continue.
Aren't taxes almost non-existent in the Gotham estate that is Revachol?
I thought there were no taxes. Really? Every time I sneeze? Let's go with the rhetoric thing just for the sake of it.
You and I both, but they got those indirect modes of taxation.
Really?
Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax. This tax that doesn't even have a name.
And you definitely make it up.
There's the stuff people in other countries pay for that makes them ask for more money from you here.
What do you mean?
The Gotham estate's a myth. In total, the coalition government is taking...
Continue.
98% of all your money.
No fucking way! I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Opt in. Are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping me to solve my money problems. It's only making me into a free market type. Opt out. Pretty big number.
What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples?
Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with that? Opt in, but only a little. I'll at least read the text on it, sure.
It's all about the tax issue, hustler. No other problem in the world is as pressing as top marginal tax rates. And don't you fucking forget it.
Fair enough, Savoir Fair. Okay, and let's have a look at that thought. Sorry, Kim, I'm thinking really hard right now. Indirect modes of taxation. First, if you have a side bitch ideology cooking somewhere, don't sweat it. Fighting indirect taxation for the Gossamer state is compatible with all creeds. It's cool like that. You're a cool anarchist now. Unless you don't want to be an anarchist, whatever. Stuff this meal ticket in your eye socket and let's see if we can steal some love back from the robber barons at the customs agency and the banditos in the Insulindian Financial Oversight and Competition Committee. That was a long sentence. Temporary research bonus -2 empathy, cold-blooded. Research time 1 hour and 45 minutes. Great. It's this wacky little guy with spiral eyes or something, bugging out. Maybe they're those nipples that they were just talking about. Not really sure. In any case, sorry, Kim, what did you want to say? Hello? Hi?
Okay, about that call.
Yes, continue.
Let's start from the top.
Okay.
There's no doubt that the twins heard Speed Freaks FM. I still don't know how without a radio, but they did.
Hold up, Kim. Aren't you going to say anything about meeting your radio heroes? That's the option we're avoiding. I know it lost me the chance to get him a call out on the radio, which I maybe should have done. But whatever, I'm not going to change my mind now. Spooky shit. But what does it mean, Squintin thought? We're not any closer to knowing how they heard it, though, are we? Now I'm going that one.
No, we are not.
The lieutenant's gaze travels towards the coast, towards the fishing village, so far away. I mean, a weird voice in my head said to talk to the kids. Maybe it's related? Guess we're stuck then. Whether you believe in Shivers or not, Kim, I'm going to shove it down your throat. Ah!
I don't think the voices in your head are related to this, no.
But it didn't sound like one of my thoughts. Sounded like a lady. Probably not. Sorry, Kim. Shivers is real.
The lieutenant gives you a long look.
Shivers is real, Kim.
I don't know what to say to that, or what you want me to say. I'm sorry.
Continue.
Did we ask where the kids were when they heard the voice?
The wind picks up, blowing a stray strand of the lieutenant's hair out of place. He smooths it back. I didn't. Sorry. Are you criticizing me, Kim? Nope. I didn't.
No need to apologize. I was just going to say it'd be a good idea to ask them.
I'd imagine you're right. Continue.
And, Detective, thanks for this. It's been interesting.
He turns to you. He smiles. So it was interesting. Well, at least he enjoyed it. I do wish I'd gotten him the call out, but I didn't. Okay, so here's the thing. This is taking longer than I thought. I'm kind of glad that I had that critical fail so that I could even see this, but we're going to have to finish up next time because I'm running out of time to prepare this episode. So we're going to stop here. Next time we'll go talk to the twins. We'll find out where the directions to get them. Probably I'm just going to go back and look at the mural again and get another chance at the Shivers check, right? I'm guessing that's where this is going. In any case, this has been a pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Next time we do that stuff I just said. I'll see you next time.